Hi, welcome to lesson 3, part 3, lesson 3. I wanted to kind of revisit the ending of lesson 2 because I was going over these, as I had called them. You'll see on this should be on this page. It says one more major 7 voicing, and this stair step major 7. This is hey, this is my own creation. Probably somebody else has recognized that too, but I've just called them that because they appear to be like stair steps, okay? As you look at them, okay? So let's look at the first upper left one. We've already, let's see. Did we see those previous pages? Well, whether we have or haven't. As I said, I was getting a little frazzled last time. Didn't think this would be that involved, but yeah, I've showed that one for other reasons, but this is kind of for as I think it was the first page we're showing open voicing, so that's not what this is about, where you could do that because it has open strings ringing. Okay, this is really it's just the stair step of the first 4 strings. The first one, the one where there's an open string involved, the open E, is F major 7. Okay, so you have open E, and then 1 on first fret of 2, 2 on second fret of 3, and 3 on third fret of 4. Okay? So if you were to move them all up, if you just moved your hand all up 1 fret, boink, you would have done 3, okay, but then this one here didn't get moved up, so you had to kind of change your fingering from index, middle, and ring to middle, ring, and pinky, then move it up and put your index there. Okay, so it's stair step. From the first string, the next string over, it's the 2nd fret. Next string over, it's the 3rd fret. 3rd. Okay, so it's first on first, index fingers first, first on first string, 1st fret, 2nd on 2nd string, 2nd fret, 3rd on 3rd string, 3rd fret, and 4th on 4th string, 4th fret. So that's kind of an easy way to remember. It's all 1s, all 2s, all 3s, and all 4s, right? What is that chord? That is F sharp major 7, okay? And you'll notice that's the second one in on the page, okay? Top 4 strings, 1, 2, 3, 4, blah, 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 okay? And so what I've shown you there is I moved up 1, has something important to explain, and I did last time, but I want to revisit this. So moved up 1, and then it becomes G major 7, move up 2, and it becomes A major 7. Of course, as you know, hopefully you know, between G and A, there would be G sharp or A flat, right? So that'd be this one, right? So F major 7, F sharp, G major 7, G sharp major 7, A major 7. Now it's based, the way I think of these is they're based on the high E string for the root, but instead of the low strings now it kind of works off the top. That's the way I've always thought about it. What I'm noticing here is you could say, well, it's based off the D string to find the root, and so you have F, and then you go up 1, F sharp. That actually does work the best. I've always thought of it oddly, I guess, and I'm kind of actually just recognizing this now, so this is kind of on the fly video, kind of funny, but maybe you'll always remember it because I'm going to remember it after this. The F sharp was the F major 7. It's always 1 note lower than what the chord is called, okay? So F, the E, F major 7, the E string is ringing. F sharp, major 7, the F note is ringing. The G major 7, the F sharp, if you get it, it's always 1 below. But I am noticing, this is almost laughable really, the F, and then F sharp is F sharp on the D string. I just never have thought, well, for some reason, I always think on the 2 low strings, the E and the A, for my roots of all my notes. And of course the E is the same up here, so like with a G chord, the low string's a G on the E string, and the high string is a G on the E within the chord. play it that way or this way, and that would be repeated over different chords that come across, you know, all 6 strings like that. But anyway, so hopefully this last, I think remember the stair step thing, and I would almost switch from what I've written here, kind of discovering this on my own here. It's kind of a small miracle. I've never really known this or thought of it this way, but you're basing the root on the D string, really. It'd be worth doing the whole page over again, but the chords are correct. So I think note, the one note is the fret below the chord name I put down there. So that's true, but you may want to try to get used to thinking about it on the D string. The 4th string is the root with this voicing. So F is F sharp, major 7. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to move on. That's pretty cool. Learning something as I'm teaching something. I did mention I don't have a music degree, didn't I? Now, let's go to the minor 7th chords. And this is, again, my little theory, remembering keys, I guess. A minor to do, you know, lift. We talked about this right at the beginning. A lot of people know A minor 7 because you just take there's A minor chord, 1st, 2nd on the 4th, 3rd on the 3rd, on the 2nd fret. So, and that's A minor. You just lift your ring finger, your 3rd finger, and you have A minor 7. Okay? So, if you move up to, instead of going to B flat like it did with that other voicing, I'm going to go 2 frets up. You have A, B flat, B. Okay? So if you look at the left side and down one, we're going to B minor. Because I did this because a lot of people know about a B minor chord. Okay? And that's playing that middle one on the left side down the page. B minor. So then you move over one, and you, again, just like the one above it with the A minor to A minor 7, you lift your pinky, and lo and behold, you have B minor 7. Okay? So this is a popular one. As you go down the page to the D minor, the lower left corner chord diagram, you have D minor on the 5th fret, and you lift your pinky there, the one beside it to the right, and you have D minor 7. So really popular chord. And now we're going to go to the A minor 7. That is the another voicing, actually 2 more voicings, but these they look very much alike. All that you do differently. Let's go to the top one, 3rd one over, top row, 3rd one over. Your index is kind of barred, and then if you notice the 3rd is 2 up from there, 2 frets up on your A string. That is the A minor 7th. Now, the one clear to the right on the upper line is also A minor. It's kind of the same. It's just like doing this, skipping the A, and doing that because you change, and you're muting the A. You don't play the A string, okay? So, or for the A. Now I'm going to the 2nd row where it's 2 frets up, B minor 7. Okay? Or you can play little things around that, but then I went clear up to the 10th fret, but you know your double dots are the 12th fret, right? So 2 down are the 10th. So 10th, cross with your index finger, 3rd finger, 2 frets up, minor 7, okay? And then just like below, you can do it with your 2nd and your 3rd fingers, where you go, hit the D note on the low E string, mute that one with the same finger you're muting, okay? And then 3rd covers these. In this same case, I think I tried to show, I did do a little marking on them yellow, the high E string in all these. Sometimes you play it, sometimes you don't. that jazz thing where it sounds a little more muted and less, just less kind of going on. I don't know how else to say it. That's sort of what they're striving for there in the tone of the chord there. But it does sound very nice. I'm sure plenty of times a jazz player will use that too in that voicing or this voicing. But they're both minor 7 chords also. So you have this one. Okay. So you have like, these are all minor 7s. E minor 7, A minor 7, E minor 7, B minor 7, E minor 7, B, E. Really don't know that solo, so I was just fiddling around. But so that E minor 7, B minor 7, A minor 7. A lot of songs have that in that. So I'm going to leave this one kind of short. Really don't have much else to say with it, I think, other than sometimes it might be desirable to play that high E with the last 2 voicings over there to the right. These guys, okay? Real important to learn them. I think a big thing I would have probably said at the very beginning is that pretty often people will learn even the barred, like minor chords, like an E minor, and they would play that. You could do that like that song, and I could just play straight minor chords: E minor, B minor, E minor, A minor. But sometimes it's not quite the right voicing and not really the right chord you're playing. The difference between an E minor and an E minor 7, right? B minor 7. Hear the difference? A minor, A minor 7. So, case of the B, case of the E. So it's a pretty big difference, and yeah, just an important thing to know, and really great chords to get used to playing. Here we go. That's a song that I played a lot on yesterday. A different, said I wasn't going to name songs in here. It's not called that, so actually it is, but there are a lot of chords in minor chords, minor 7, major 7. So major 7, minor 7, try to get them under your belt, and you'll really kind of expand the sound of what you're playing. You want to play them in the right places, and don't just play a minor chord, or certainly the major chords. That doesn't mean a thing. Like a C major sounds nothing like a C major 7, and they will kind of clash. The minor 7, like with the A minor versus a minor 7, you can kind of get away with, but it'll clutter things if other people are playing the minor 7 like they should, and you're not. So, boy, that was a little longer than I thought. So hopefully that helps, and just practice them, and you'll be like, wow, these are very cool, I think. Okay.